Bro, I'm a prostitute for sure. Like, I put my body on the line for money, but it's like at this point, I earned my number one spot. I fought my ass off. I'm number one in the world, so I'm an expensive prostitute. I'm not a cheap ass prostitute anymore. I'm not just selling my body to anybody who will take it. You know, I got a price on me, and I'm not, I'm not just anybody. You know what I'm saying?
All right, everybody. The UFC back in the Apex this Saturday. The main event is this man, Brandon Royval, taking on Tatsuro Taira. Big fight at 125 pounds. Brandon, appreciate you hopping on this close to the fight. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. You?
Doing good. We're just a few days away from this one. You're coming off the big win against Brandon Moreno earlier this year. New team, new approach. How are you feeling heading into this one with the young upstart?
I mean, it's so good. Feel really good.
You had lost the title fight to Pantoja in December. Obviously, wasn't the performance you were hoping for, but Pantoja, very tough out. You hop in relatively short notice for this rematch with Brandon Moreno in Mexico. You take this big risk. You come as a big underdog, and you go in and get the win. What did that win mean to you? Because you put a lot on the line for that one.
Yeah, I mean, it meant a lot, man. And I mean, I took that fight on a 4-week notice. I was fat as shit. I really just had time to get in shape. And yeah, I went from not training at all because like that fight was, there's about 2 months apart. The whole like month, I was just sad and pissed about the whole Pantoja thing, kind of just thinking of what my next life move is. And then they offered me this fight, and I'm like, all right, we're back in it. Like I'm jumping into this, and it was a big opportunity. Tore my MCL the first round, and was able to just kind of still take the W, you know?
What do you mean when you were thinking about your next life move?
I mean, I was just like, I don't know, man. I came up short on title shot. Like, what's next? You know, like, like, I don't know. I don't want to be here if I don't think I'm going to be a champion. You know.
So it just took you getting that fight to snap you out of that funk.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, bro. Losses are hard no matter what. You lose a belt. That shit's really hard. You lose a title opportunity. That shit was a real hard one. You know. I've never not believed in myself, and even to this day, I still think I could beat Pantoja. But that one was a hard one to swallow.
We'll get to Saturday in a minute, but you were in Salt Lake City last week for UFC 307. You're cornering Alexander Hernandez, got a nice win, got a standing ovation from the crowd, which I thought was really cool. I talked to him last night, and he said for the first time in a long time, he's excited about being a fist fighter. Some of you guys broke off from Factory X. It's already out there, but you put together this, as he calls it, Dropouts team. Have you noticed a difference in him and in yourself with this decision to kind of tighten things up numbers-wise?
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I've been kind of doing my own thing for a while now. I'm not gonna lie, but I've been, I've noticed a huge difference. I mean, it's just, you know, I'm around my best friends, and that's really what I care about. You know, I was like, I love martial arts. Martial arts is my favorite thing to do ever. And it's just fun, man. Now I'm just having fun again, and I'm just enjoying it, enjoying the people I'm around, and I get to be around my best friends and train martial arts, and we get to help each other out. And it's like when you're around your friends, it's easy to just like, oh, dude, you're fighting Austin Hubbard. We need to work on this, this, and this, and we game plan, and we all fucking come in together and collab. And I'm not the best Austin Hubbard, but I know fucking 2 to 3 things that he does really well, and I can formulate that for him, you know. And we have 2 weeks to game plan it, and we're all locked in on that. Same thing with Tatsuro. He could be a good Tatsuro. He knows exactly how Tatsuro fights. We're over here game planning together, and it's just, you know, it's a handful. We outsource a lot of things. Like we'll go grapple different places. We'll go wrestle different places. But as far as like the team thing goes and game planning, is we all do it together, and it's fucking ideal. You know, it's like when you're part of a big team, you're not really a focus, you know? So it's like, I had a coach that like my main coach is, I've always had is Clay. And he was the one that was game planning for me for the last, I would say 3 or 4 years, you know? He put the game plan together for Car France. He was Car France, same thing. So from those fights on, you know? So it's like, I've kind of always had the same main coach, so nothing really changes for me. But that being said is, I get to be around my best friends, and then I get to pay the dude who's doing the work for me, you know, and that's what matters to me the most.
Alex went with the Dropouts name for the team. He said you were going to jump on here and probably have a different team name.
We're Brandon Royval and the Raw Doggers.
Gotta put your name at the top of the marquee, right?
Yeah. Prince in the Revolution and something like that, Not I mean, I don't know. We jump back and forth all day, every day, but at this point, it's just fun to come up with a different name every day. So, and like, I don't think none of us really care. Um, but yeah, our boy Luis Goulet just got signed to the Contender Series on Tuesday. I know he has a different name. I think he wants to be called the Misfits. He's a little punk rocker. I'm pretty sure he wants to be called the Misfits. So I don't know, man. We'll come up with something one day. But as of right now, it's just been fun, and we all been fighting back to back to back. Luis fought maybe 3 weeks ago. Alex fought last week. I fight this week, and then Luis fights again on Tuesday. So hey, we just been having fun.
Good to stay busy, man. You know what I didn't realize until after Alex won? I didn't realize Salt Lake City was so rugged because
were you out there?
I wasn't there, but Alex shared the story after the win about after breakfast and everything that happened with the shooting and everything. You guys are having breakfast, you're getting ready to head back to the hotel to start loosening him up, and then the gunshots are heard and all hell breaks loose, and then you sort of leave the scene and he's like, I gotta go back to the hotel, let me know what happened. So what happened?
I mean, someone got shot, and the guy that got shot was arrested. But that being said, Salt Lake City was like, we were actually making jokes. Like, this is actually the nicest place I've ever been. There's like no homeless people. And like, keep in mind, I didn't get to do a full tour of the city until like later on that day. I did a run. And what was I gonna say? But there's like a little kid listening to rap music, and I was like, I think we just passed by the hood. And we were like, we literally just made a joke about this. I was like, I think that was the hood right there. And we turned the corner, and maybe like a block away, we're pop, 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 pop. And these dumbasses, I swear to God, everybody I'm with keeps walking. And I'm like, yo, those are gunshots. And they're like, what? And I'm like, those are fucking gunshots. And the dude outside the bar, like there's a barbershop right next to me. He's like, yeah, that was fucking gunshots. And I was like, y'all got shootings around here? And he goes, no. So I just thought it was like, like a mass shooter type of guy. So, and there was a mall like we were walking up to. So I just figured like a mass shooter. And, but like everybody kind of like stopped and frozen. And then you hear pop, 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 pop. And then everybody takes off running. And nobody's running our way at all. I'm like, what the fuck? And then you see some dude, like an older man, like take off running by us. And he's like running past us in the middle of running past. I'm like, hey, yo, what the fuck just happened, bro? You good? And he like doesn't say anything. I said, hey, are you good? Like, what just happened? And he goes, nothing, run. And I was like, all right. And like, he just ran past me. He's not running fast, right? And then maybe like 100 feet past, we're kind of just chilling. And 100 feet past, this dude comes up and he's like, hey, that guy just killed somebody that just walked past you. And I was like, what? Which like, it kind of made sense. He looked a little distraught, but yeah, me and that dude just kind of trailed him and just waited till the police like kind of just made sure the police caught him. But yeah, it was a crazy day. But the funniest shit of all is Salt Lake City. So I was running and like, I didn't know there was like a drug problem. Everywhere's a drug problem, but like their capital, I think, or whatever the fuck it is, there's a bunch of like homeless and junkies and all that other shit. Bro, I'm running. I have my headphones in. I actually thought this was the arena because how many people were outside there, but there's some fucking dude like slumped out, like passed out or like done, but he has color in his skin, so he's not dead or anything. Bro, the homeless people had him like let's say it's a shirt right here that there's like a pole, like he has a rail. They had his shirt like on a rail, so he's like laid up like this and his hands down his pants. Like, bro, the crack community in Denver, Colorado don't got a sense of humor. In Salt Lake City, that shit was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I'm running past and this dude's like pretty much like floating like this with his hands down his pants. I was dying.
That's crazy. So did you see the guy? Because I guess from the story I read, there was a guy trailing him, and then you obviously were trailing as well. And the guy who was initially trailing was in contact with 911, kind of letting them know what happened. So
yeah.
Did you see the guy get arrested?
Yeah, I was right there.
Okay.
And as soon as the police showed up, I dipped. But like, the guy on the scooter was like fucking right. I thought they're gonna arrest because I'm right next to the guy on the scooter. I thought they were gonna arrest him. I was like, uh-oh. And then he's like, no, it's him. And then they got his ass. So yeah, there's a guy on a scooter kind of trailing with me.
Was it just like instinct for you to just go?
I mean, I don't know. I guess I didn't even say anything. It's funny because like we never really talked about the situation until it was already done, and the fight was over with. I think there was a lot that I mean, Alex just walked past the dead body, you know. Alex just walked past the shooter, and this full really had to just stay locked in. And so it's like really just didn't have time to gossip or talk about our feelings, our emotions. It was just like, all right, it's game time, you know. So it's kind of just funny. It just, I don't know,
It's
maybe
crazy, man.
that's crazy, just different, you know.
Yeah, I mean, they found him, arrested him, mission accomplished. But your next mission is this Saturday, Tatsuro Taira. A lot of hype around this young man, 16-0, 6-0 in the UFC. What have you made of his run so far? Has he impressed you?
Yeah, I think he's done pretty good. I think he's done good. Yeah, he's good. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what to say as far as like that. It's just, yeah, he's good. He's good. He's impressive. He's done some cool stuff. I think I 100% in my heart of hearts believe that Alex Perez went into that fight with the torn ACL and just never disclosed it. But I could be wrong, you know. But other than that, it's like I feel like he's done some good stuff, you know.
I don't know how much you pay attention to this stuff, but why are you such an underdog in all of these fights, Brandon? Like you're
Oh,
the most
right.
all this experience you had, the guys that you fought, and this is no disrespect to Tatsuro Taira. He's
Yeah,
fighting the dudes that they give him, but I looked at the betting odds today and you were like a plus 215. I was like, what? How is
yeah,
it this wide?
bro, I know. I was like, I like almost laugh at it nowadays, but it's like when I saw that, I'm like, what am I seeing something? Like, am I seeing something that's not like wrong or whatever? But in my opinion, I think I'm one of the most underrated dudes in the flyweight division. I've been thinking that for years, and I also think Tyra might be one of the most overrated guys in this division right now. And you know, and no disrespect on him, you know, I've trained with him. He seems like a very nice kid, and he's a really nice kid. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I do believe he'll be a champion one day, but I think I think he's overrated, and I think I'm underrated, and I think that's why this is a good fight for me. Is uh, I wanted Amir Al-Bazzi, but he really don't got much hype on him right now. So it's like, you know, who has hype on him, Tatsuro, and that was something my coach was pretty adamant about. He's like, Tatsuro has all the hype, and like I was pissed. So originally I was pissed because I was like what the fuck? Like how am I this big of an underdog? Like, I thought I was gonna be like the betting favorite or whatever the fuck it is. But he's like, this is why we took this fight. It's like, this is why we wanted this fight. And he goes, this is why this fight makes sense because everybody's hyped on it. It's actually true. That's 100% true.
The fight I thought you'd get after the win over Brandon was a guy who's no longer on the roster now, Muhammad Makayev, because it just seemed like you guys were sort of on the same paths to just collide with each other. And then he has the fight with Manel Kopp and he fights out his deal. And the UFC says, no, we're not re-signing you. Best of luck with your future endeavors. What was your reaction to that? Because I feel like I thought for sure you guys were going to fight each other.
Yeah, I thought for sure we're gonna fight each other. I actually knew that. I actually had an idea that was gonna happen too. So, I mean, there's rumors flowing around about that, and I think he disclosed that too. That the UFC wants to cut him. I mean, that sucks. I feel bad for him. You know, I'm pretty sure he just like said somewhere that he's the highest paid flyweight, so that's dope. But that being said, it's like that sucks. I feel bad for him. I feel like me and him were hyping up a fight for quite a minute, and that was always fun, you know. So I wish him luck, and I'm sure I'm going to see him down the road, or I'm sure he'll be back in the UFC soon, you know.
With a win here, you put yourself in a really good position for a rematch with Pantoja because of what this division currently looks like right now. A lot of people wondering what's going to happen with Kai Asakura. He just signed. Is he going to get a title shot right out the gate in his UFC debut? And then you mentioned Al-Bazzi. He's about to fight Moreno. You're not looking past Saturday, but where does the win put you in this conversation, you think?
I don't know. I really don't know. I want to fight for a belt, but that being said, is like if they're not going to give me a belt, then it's like I think I have a win over the whole top five of the division. Like I don't know what else you guys want, motherfucker. Um, but damn, yeah. I mean, I kind of want to fight Kai Asakura in Japan. Japan's a dream. Kai Asakura's sick. That fight gets me out of bed. Um, and you know, I want to fight for a fucking belt, and it's like if they want to hype up Kai Asakura, then I want to take that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That fight is ridiculous.
Bro, it should be the sickest fight ever. This is the sickest fight ever. That's exactly. That's they offered me that fight in Australia. I asked them for more money. I asked for a bunch of like I asked for a handful of stuff, and they said no. And then I asked them for one of any of those things? And they said no. And I was like, all right, well then I'm not gonna go fucking fight some dude not in the UFC for not much money all the way across the country, where like, you know, I'm not getting any sleep. I'm not getting any of this. I'm not getting a guaranteed title shot. I'm not getting any more money. I got to bring my whole team out there if I'm going to go out there, because I need to like get my circadian rhythm and cycle. So it's like I got to fly out my whole team and like guys that look like Kai Asakura. So it's like it was one of those. I'm like, financially doesn't make sense for me, and then it also like the risk doesn't take the reward. You know, like if I go out there and lose, I just lost somebody without a ranking, and if I go out there and win, they're not guaranteeing me a title shot or anything. So it's like just really no reward in that.
So wild, man, because 3 years ago when we were having these conversations, I don't think I would have ever heard that from you, which is you're growing as a business savvy fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, dude, I think of myself like, bro, I'm a prostitute for sure. Like I put my body on the line for money, but it's like at this point, I fucking earned my #1 spot. I fought my ass off. I'm #1 in the world. So I'm an expensive prostitute. I'm not a cheap ass prostitute anymore. I'm not just selling my body to anybody who will take it. You know, I fucking, I got a price on me, and I'm not just anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that being said, I'm the most excited. I still believe in my heart of hearts, I'm the most exciting fighter in the flyweight division. Anytime my fights haven't been exciting, it wasn't because of me.
Yeah, I mean, I think you built that hype when you were with LFA and you had those crazy finishes, and you and Zalal were doing the thing and back to back and same cards, and you get in and you prove that right out the gate that you're one of the most exciting guys in this division, and you get to continue that streak this Saturday, UFC Vegas 98. Main event, Tatsuro Taira in Vegas, not in Australia. Brandon, thank you for the time, my man. All the best to you this week and in the fight on Saturday. Good catching up with you.
You too, brother.